Go to bed.
Stop that.
I mean, I bet if you just made him stay in bed with shit pants,
Yeah.
he wouldn't shit his pants the next night.
We are talking
Then,
about
like,
Abe, Claire.
So glad this is where I started recording.
I put him back in bed. So we go to the potty, and then he just sits on the potty, kicking his legs like a toddler does, and he looks up at me. He's like, "Why did you get me out of bed?" And then he doesn't poop anymore in the potty. And then he goes back in, and I'm like, okay, he's laying down now. And then over the monitor, I hear, I run back and I'm like, you little bastard.
And yes,
He knows.
He's
He knows
definitely
how to
talking
manipulate. He knows
Oh,
how to manipulate.
Amazing.
Master manipulator.
amazing. Claire.
I can't roll because it's not loading.
God.
Claire, hurry up.
Oh, it's loading.
did
It's
you
loading.
restart your computer? Turn it off and turn it back on.
No.
They're power cycling it.
I
We call it
haven't-
power cycling.
I haven't turned my computer off since last
Eight.
year. Didn't we figure that out a couple of days ago?
Yeah, I thought maybe
That's
you
right.
turned it off since last week.
It literally, I don't really need to use my computer for anything except for D&D in my life right now.
Woo woo.
So I will just, I used it to revise my resume a couple weeks ago, and since then it's been under my bed, and then I get it back out and sit on my bed for Thursday nights, and then I put it back under my bed.
Amazing.
Never gets turned off.
I mean, I kind of want you to restart it, but I don't ever want you to do that.
I'm a little afraid. I mean, it is still being held together with popsicle sticks and duct tape right now.
That's the only way.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's cool.
I'm
It's
really,
fine.
I'm angry because it was just a really bad design flaw. Gosh, Asus, what's wrong with you? Gonna just
I think it's
destroy them on
Acer.
Yelp.
I think you missed some letters on your laptop. They fell off. It's just
Oh,
how
I
Aces-
wish.
All right, Claire, roll me a thing. Roll me an
Which
intelligence save.
thing? Which thing?
Oh, man.
Intelligence save.
Boom.
Cool.
What's it mean?
Nothing.
What does it mean?
Correct. Just FYI, I fixed some of your stuff, so it's correct.
Rolled a 1 on mine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Roll so good. Roll so
You,
good.
you didn't even ask me to, and I did it anyways.
No, I made you say do a Constitution save.
Oh, that's
What
right.
is this weird grid thing over here?
What
Did we
grade?
go over there?
that is stacks and stacks of
Money?
specimens.
Yeah. Here.
Jars
All
jars of specimens.
right. So,
Okay.
here's our.
I'm really glad I can't.
Why
see
are you
right
guys
now.
punching me in the face so much last time?
No reason.
You're mind controlled.
So
Oh, man.
when last we met our adventurers, you had decided not to take a long rest at the entrance. Oh, I should make sure this is shared. At the entrance of the temple, or whatever this ill-forgotten place is. After some shenanigans of Frederick and Barrick dressing in a this guy dressing in his dead body.
It's huge.
Wait,
what?
Yep. You
Yeah.
volunteered. You weren't here. That's what happened. It's canon. Yeah. So Frederick sewed together a very nicely disguised mind witness, and you guys tramped throughout, looking for any kind of things. You first discovered a room that seemed.
So
to
wait.
be-
Like a pantomime mind witness?
You guys basically made like a life-size puppet of this mind witness, and
Was I the butt or the head?
you were the left side, he was the right.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was like
I guess
suspenders.
that's good.
He sewed it really well. Rolled a natural 20.
Were our feet hanging out? Or
No,
were
you
they-
had-
were our feet
He
were
had-
like
he
in
had
the tentacles?
Crafted,
Or
yeah,
were
he
like-
crafted tentacles, and you guys walked around.
I don't have a very good performance skill.
It's okay. He rolled really well.
All right.
So it was, there were moments the party forgot you guys were not a mind witness. And after some shuffling around, you discovered this area, which seemed to be some sort of cleansing room with two piles, one of just disregarded items and another of either shorn or cut or shaved hair, and what looked to be a furnace. The party had found some random gold pieces.
My God.
Ew.
And then walked up the hallway into what seemed to be a larva room that had to be that was guarded by two very strange tentacle-faced creatures. After the party disposed of them, they decided it was only safe to try to hide out in this area. After sending Newly around, kind of scouting, you guys discovered that there seemed to be some sort of massive amount of shelves over here with odd assortment of items. Seemed to be some sort of test tube over here with a strange experimented looking creature, and then a Newly was eventually destroyed down here and zapped back out of existence.
Yeah.
And
Sorry. What was this again? Was this thing?
let me zoom out. Where? Yeah, that seemed to be shelves of very strange items.
Shelves of items. Okay.
There we go.
Ah.
Wait, so
Looks like a big
You
grid
got-
shelf.
But you guys didn't investigate very much because it was just the owl flying around.
Newly got zapped and we decided to go to sleep?
No, Nulia, she was scouting around. She got knocked out of existence by the same similar-looking creature that was in that tube, but this one was very, very much active and alive, and hit her with one hit.
Did we get to see what the creature looked like, or did only know we get to see what the creature looked like?
It seemed to have multiple arms and legs.
I saw it.
It looked elven in nature.
Ew.
But other than that, it was just kind of a blink before it got zapped out of existence.
Parker.
The
Go
party
lay
then
down.
decided to take a rest.
What?
With Swift Eye
No,
taking
you
the
don't have
first
to
watch
potty anymore, buddy.
and
You pooped your
Valorant
pants
taking
2
the
times.
second.
Go lay down.
2 times. 2 times.
You pooped again. I'll be right back, guys.
All right, have fun. The poop. The real question is, does he mute his mic? Because that's always like I'm waiting. Darn, that's really sad. It's always my best part. So the party decided to take a long rest, having taken some pretty nasty hits. Several of the party members seemed to be kind of without their wits. Swift Eye, Calliope, and Barrick, you seem to have almost a scratch or
Why aren't you pooping in the potty? Pooping in the potty.
oh, Barrick.
Why aren't you pooping in the potty?
Having
Dane, hot mic.
Oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Pressing my buttons.
amazing. A scratching and itching in the back of your mind. Almost a whispering sensation. Frederick also kind of had this strange sensation, but seemed to shake it. Barrick had shaken it for a while, but then it seems to have come back. So after that, the party decided to rest. Everyone make a well. Let me rephrase that. Swift Eye, make a perception check. No pressure.
God, you're so good. God, you're so good. Oh, good, guys.
Okay, so you don't notice anything.
Nice.
You do hear some movement, but it's hard to kind of tell where it's coming from. Seems to be maybe shuffling of feet, but you don't sense anything outside of the norm. The first 4-hour shift kind of comes to pass, and it is now time to wake up Valorant.
Yeah.
So, are you waking up Valorant? Assuming she actually slept.
I'm awake. I slept.
I slept so good.
I slept.
Valorant, go to make a perception check.
Sure. Don't worry, guys. I'm way better than Swift Eye at this.
With her plus 17.
Oh,
Yeah, that's the one.
barely beat her.
Ouch.
With a natural 18, I barely beat her.
You do, from your angle, seem to see some movement out this side. It's more of just a shift. Not enough for you to be fully alarmed, but you're also in some sort of alien environment that you're not accustomed to. Are you doing anything? It's been about maybe 5 hours into the what you guys are trying to long rest.
Have I gotten my spells back, or are we still waiting? I have to wait till the end of the 8 hours.
It's been about. Well, you slept, so your spells are because you only need 4 hours.
Yeah.
So you would be fully rested at this point.
Yeah. Okay, then I will be fine. Oh crap! Where did my? There we go. There it is. Yeah, I'm gonna cast invisibility from my ring of spell storing on myself.
Okay.
Actually, before I do that, if I'm the only one awake, I will nudge awake the seventh son himself.
Mm.
12th night.
12th night, 12th son.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, yes. Yeah, so he'll know.
God, Andy, can't you remember my backstory?
No, I have a page for you, but I just don't flip to that page very often. 12th son of Hans. Yeah, she'll nudge Korak.
Korak will wake up. What is it? Something going on?
I'm gonna scout. There's something happening that way, but just keep an eye out. Oh shit! No, I can't leave. Are you like stealthy or something?
Nope.
Oh, I'm really stealthy, but I can't leave this.
I mean,
Maybe I shouldn't have woke.
I can try to poke around. Can't guarantee any results, but
well, maybe just watch this way with me for a second. Can I listen a little bit closer, Abe, to see if I can hear what's going on in that way?
Yeah, you both can.
If I hear voices or something.
Roll a perception.
Okay.
There seems to be a slight shuffling for a moment, Korak, but then it falls silent. Valoran, you don't notice anything.
Okay.
I heard like shuffling of feet. Maybe some mindless undead or something.
Maybe they're setting up an ambush.
Could always ambush the ambushers.
Could. I mean, just kill them all in a matter of seconds, right?
Exactly.
But not if they're elves. Serious.
Not if they're elves. Not if they're elves. Well, we could just keep an eye out and wait until the others finish.
All right, let's do this. What's going on?
Please roll check-ins. During that time, Barrick, Calliope, and Swift Eye make a Constitution save.
Oh shit! I just got back.
Gosh, darn.
Welcome back.
Boom.
Love that. Barrick, there's some odd visions in your dream, and you're kind of restless, but you kind of push them off. They just seem to be faceless wonderings and whispers. Calliope, you have a very vivid dream of being on the stage of Sisa and playing. And it's a beautiful melody, and your strings slowly start to corrode and break away. And from the audience, there's this slow clap, and you recognize
Not
him
the slow clap.
right away. And it's someone that you've played with in Sisa that you've always thought was a little arrogant, a little all-knowing. And he slowly walks to the stage and begins to play a much better melody. And very soon the audience starts to laugh at you, and you start to rustle in your sleep, and the nightmares seem to compound. Swift Eye, as you kind of lay there, there's these humanoids that kind of drift into your vision, to a very familiar setting. And before you realize it, you notice that they're carrying a small child, and they seem to be snickering back and forth. And they put the child down on what seems to be a stone doorstep, and they whisper and they laugh, and then they kind of kick at you, and they say, "You're on your own now, Susan," and they run off. And your vision slowly fades, and you kind of rustle around in your sleep.
Swift Eye is much cooler than Susan. That was a good choice.
All right, so that's what's happening in the meantime. You guys, Korak and Valoran, don't seem to notice anything else outside. But you do.
Okay.
Korak, you're gonna notice that Swift Eye is kind of restless and kind of whimpering.
Susan!
Well, if we're just going to watch, maybe you should just finish your sleep. I'm fine. I slept enough.
I think actually mechanics wise, each person can take one watch, right? And that you still get counted as a full rest.
Yeah, I would believe so. Plus, you're actually, I looked. You're actually quite good.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm fine, Valorant. I just like to help keep an eye out, keep guard in case something does come up.
Valorant is kind of, while we're up, she seems kind of nervous, and she's fiddling with a ring on her left hand. Do I have message? Oh, son of a! Why didn't I take message?
You have massage.
I do have massage. She's just going to kind of lower her voice and whisper, I have a way to protect one of us against being mind controlled, but I don't know if it should stay with me or go to you.
I've fought it off before. I'll be alright.
Yeah, but if you're mind controlled, you could kill me really quick. Like, really quick.
Well, that's true.
If I'm mind controlled, I could do bad things too.
That's also.
But if
I remember that spider room. That was pretty badass.
Thanks.
Korak will offer his fist out for a fist bump.
She like without breaking at all, she'll bump him. I don't know, because if you can't be mind controlled, I think of all of us, you could probably kill this thing the fastest. Whatever is in charge here. I thought it was maybe the mind flayers we fought, but she points towards Swift Eye and shrugs.
Yeah, 3 of them do seem to be under some sort of spell or something. Well, if you think it's best, I will take it. And
I don't know. She says, if you are mind controlled, I can probably deal with you. She shrugs.
Oh, jeez.
I still haven't gotten levitate to work. I can make me get it to work on you.
well, if you say so.
She seems like she's really not sure, but it would suck for any of us to get mind controlled.
Just if I do get mind controlled and it can't be reversed, don't leave me as one of the brawls.
Can be reversed though.
Well, if that's the case, then I would appreciate it. Just don't leave me stuck under.
She kind of like stares at him for a second. And says, magic can fix anything, but if it makes you feel better, sure. I'll like kill you before you're dishonored or whatever.
Korak nods.
Yeah, I guess, Abe, I'm going to just kind of watch. I could send Newly out, but Newly might just get killed. Although, that might be worth it. Whatever. I'm going to send Newly out.
She already resummoned Newly.
Mm-hmm. It only takes an hour.
Oh.
So are you sending Newly out?
Actually, it only takes 10 minutes.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
yeah.
are you sending her out now, or are you waiting until?
No, I'm sending her out now so we can kind of like.
All right.
So I'm gonna sweep her down this away.
All right. So make a perception check.
Sure.
Swoopy doop.
It's a +1.
Swoopity doop.
No, sorry, it's a +3.
Swoop doop. All right. So.
Did we long rest?
This
Yeah,
is
we're in the middle of
happening
that.
during it.
Yeah.
Because we're currently during
Yeah.
long rest. Okay.
This is second watch.
All right.
Oh,
Newly
shit.
flies past to one elven-looking creature and another modified elf. We'll call it that.
They are right the fuck there.
Cool. So Newly has 60 feet movement and flyby, so it doesn't provoke attacks of opportunity.
Yep.
So it's moved 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just gonna come right back in.
All right.
Whoop whoop.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
Does a quick swoop, and Valorn says, "So there's one to the left and one to the right, like right there."
You guys know it's been about 5 hours.
Abe, is there anything in this direction?
Make a
Other
perception
side.
check. Yeah, you do. You don't notice anything. It is a rather dark hallway, though. It was one of
Alright.
the few that did not have lights.
Got dark vision for 60 feet.
Yep. Even with that, it's very hard to tell.
Okay.
You don't seem to notice anything.
Alright. I don't see anything in this direction, so just in case, we might have a back way out. Eat it.
Sending Newly back out.
Hell yeah.
Make another perception.
Sure. +3. Boom.
Oh shit! All right.
Newly's rolling rocks tonight.
Yeah, she is. And boom.
Oh shit. We're surrounded.
Flying her back.
How long's your
Fly her
Nothing-
back.
nothing.
How long's your hut last?
The full 8 hours. Right, so there's one that way. But I mean, they're just. Oh, well, mind controlled elf. Mind controlled. So one of them looked like a crazy.
Yeah, the rest seem to look
Monster.
like normal elves.
The 2 mind-controlled elves are just like normal moon elves. And the experiment is like stitched together crazy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
She'll convey that. I think that's all I had for the rest of the rest. But I'm gonna keep an eye out and an ear out to hear if they try to move away from where they were.
Yeah, definitely. Korak, you doing anything else?
Nope. I don't think I can sleep now.
You can try. Yeah, the rest of the 8 hours goes by. There seems to be no movement. And I will say, you have, Valoran, that the close of your spell is coming.
Mm-hmm.
It's been at least long enough that the party could rest.
Yeah.
And if you needed to do anything in between before it drops, by all means.
Yeah, about 15 minutes early, she'll probably wake everyone up and tell them what's happening outside. That there are really, really lame-ass ambushers waiting for us.
I'm sorry, they're modified elves, right?
No, only
there
one of
seems
them.
to be
modified.
one. The rest seem to be okay.
Okay.
But even the modified one, I don't know. I don't know what's happened to their mind, if they're changed beyond saving, or I don't know. What's the plan?
What sickness has taken this place? These elves are not themselves. And the ones that have been changed.
Mind flayers are bad dudes. They I've read about them taking over entire cities and making entire civilizations their slaves or labor food.
What makes them more dangerous is that they are not of this world. If our protection is ending soon, we should prepare ourselves. We know they're coming.
Since we have 15 minutes, I'm gonna do a inspiring song to give everybody 10 hit points.
Yeah, what's it sound like?
It sounds like it's inspiring, but also Calliope definitely woke up on the wrong side of the bed this morning, and it's a little bit cranky. It's a little bit of a cranky song about how like
you got suck.
probably, yeah, like we're gonna be fine because we're badasses, but it would be better if people would fucking appreciate us.
Are we gonna counter ambush their ambush?
You feel inspired, but slightly cranky?
Yeah.
I is going to pat Calliope on the back and say, "Thank you. It is 6:03 a.m. on the first day of Uktar." Walk towards the door to listen.
Before she goes through, that's the corner of Swift Eye.
Oh, poor Swift Eye.
Before Swift Eye goes through the bubble, Valoran will stop her and say, "That's the edge of the magic right there."
I'd like to listen.
Yeah, make a perception. Nice.
Ooh.
Yeah, even with I love that it's a... Yep. You listen for a moment, and there seems to be just stillness in the air.
I don't think they've moved for 4 hours.
Well, if we don't want to fight them, I can try to scare them away. I mean, it won't. Eventually, they'll come back, but
I would prefer knocking them out if we could. That
We
way,
need to subdue them, I agree.
yeah, I don't want them. I don't want them wandering into us later.
What about the disfigured creature?
It's
I-
possible that it can be reversed.
I don't know.
just cut some of his extra arms off.
Abe, do I think that it could be reversed with my Arcana?
Make an Arcana check. I ain't giving you nothing for free. You have seen autopsies before, investigations of the long since dead. It seems very reminiscent of that. This creature no longer seems to have. It has some elements of elves, but it does not. It seems to be lost at this point.
I think it might be an undead or some kind of monstrosity. Is there a way you can tell, Barrick?
First of all things are possible through Pellar. So jot that down.
Whoa!
Put that in your pipe and smoke it.
Calliope
Also,
audibly
No, he says.
Her eyes narrow and says,
I don't actually.
You
say
also
that.
have a pissy sleep? Jesus, guys.
Barrick says, I will do my best to sense what they are. I'm afraid if they are lost, then there's nothing more to do for them than to put them out of their miserable existence. I didn't mean that to sound all bad, but, you know.
I mean, it sucks. We get it.
It's a mercy. I'm going to use my divine sense.
Okay.
Presence of strong evil registers on your senses like noxious odor. A powerful good rings like heavenly music. As an action, you can open your awareness to detect such forces until the end of your next turn. You know the location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet of you that is not behind you or behind cover.
Behind.
Or is not behind total cover, I should say. We know the type, celestial fiend or undead, of any being whose presence you sense, but not the identity. I can use this feature a number of times equal to 1 plus my charisma modifier, so I can do it 5 times a day.
Alright, so the party sees Barrett kind of close his eyes.
Yeah.
There's a pulsating energy following through him. And you reach out with your mind, and you sense a great evil that seems to be in the northeast direction from you guys. Bling! Other than that, that seems to be the only thing you sense.
Okay.
And there's probably maybe a minute left in the barrier.
Yep.
It's starting to now flicker.
Alright. I guess let's set up.
I will share that.
Abe, I would like to... oh shit, they probably don't need me.
You gonna sit this one out?
No, I was thinking of blowing a real spell, but as soon as the barrier ends, I'd like to prepare an action to drop, cast Minor Illusion.
Yeah. You
So
can do that.
she kind of crouches and gets her hands ready. Says as soon as it's down, which is 45 seconds, get ready.
Are any of them visible from where we are?
No. Even as you kind of look out, and you take, it's been 15 minutes, and you kind of look out, you do not see anyone.
Korak and Swift Eye, you should take cover near the opening. Perhaps we can get as many as we can through that choke point before knocking them out. I will use myself as bait.
And is there anything else?
All right, I'll fuck with this one up here, and Calliope will gesture towards the north.
With that, the energy of the shield itself has now kind of flickered and faded, and then drops. Everyone roll initiative. For no reason at all.
Good rolls.
Yeah. Did you roll for Newly?
Oh, plus
I don't know
1.
why I said it like that. 5. I'm just gonna put Barrick at 1, so I don't have to even worry about it. All right, cool beans. Why didn't these guys roll initiative? God. Why didn't
You can roll for them with the little drop-down menu, I think. Little arrow at the bottom of the combat tracker. I think you can force monsters roll initiative.
Oh shit! Menu, maybe? Nope. Maybe this thing? Nope. What about this one? Nope. We're just gonna roll it old school. With that, as I struggle for a moment, Oh man.
Oh no.
I'm not invisible anymore, by the way.
I missed.
Why is Flip Dice stunned?
Because
So is Frederick.
From the last fight,
Oh.
I'm also not invisible.
all right, let me drop that off.
Get rid of that shit.
All right, let me drop invisible. Valorant, I'll allow you to cast whatever it is that you were casting.
All right, I'm just gonna cast a minor illusion of a steel crate. That's not the one. Right here.
Drop down a steel crate.
I'm just hoping that it's gonna take the thing a little bit of time to interact with it. But yeah, she's gonna drop an illusion of a steel crate right in front of it. Right there.
Yeah. Like you do. Oh, there we go. I gotta look at something real quick.
Whereas Calliope would say she's fucking with it.
Okay, yeah. Excellent. Are you doing anything else?
No, I mean, that was just my action I had prepared.
All right, let me go back to the top of the round. Bing! With that, as you're kind of looking out the other way. Oh, there it is.
It's freaking me out that there's a mind witness sitting right there.
It's alright, it's just his body. It's just his body. With that, there's an arrow that goes right past you. And as you turn around, you see another elf standing behind you just a moment or two ago. As you guys notice that one, this other one that you put a steel trap in front of that looks very solid. It seems to just walk through it without much of an effort whatsoever. It turns to Barrick and raises its sword and slashes down. And at the last minute, you slash back with your shield, deflecting it, sending it slightly off kilter. Calliope, you're up.
All right. She is going to cast Vicious Mockery on this dude. She's going to say, "Hey, dumbass. If you owned 11 elves and another one came along, what would he be? A 12th?"
In the back of your mind, you hear a failure.
Oh.
Go ahead and make your attack.
It fails.
As I said, a failure.
It takes 3 psychic damage and it has disadvantage on its next attack.
Disadvantage.
She, which I think I should be able to. Oh, it didn't actually apply the status to it. That's okay. And then she looks kind of shaken, and she's actually gonna back up a little bit into this corner.
There is a deep, resounding voice in the back of your mind that you can now really sense is there, and seems to just be kind of mocking you for a moment.
Okay.
All right, you doing anything else?
Nope. No. Sorry. As a bonus action, I'll give Barrick a bardic inspiration.
That gives me a D.
Yeah, what are you at, a D8 right now?
It's a D.
Definitely a D4.
8.
That's 2 saves, attacks, and skill checks.
Ability checks. Yep.
So pretty much everything but damage.
Okay.
Yeah. Done.
Valorant, you're up.
Okay. I would like to. I'm going to try to make this easier for my friends. I'm going to cast Fairy Fire. Amazing spell. So I'm gonna drop fairy fire right there, outside the door. So anything in that square.
What do they got to roll?
Yeah, they roll a dexterity. If you wish, I can.
Oh
just,
yeah, if you could do that, that would.
I'll just make them.
That would be great. Nat
So only
20.
one of them. Only one of them failed. So it grants. What just happened?
Everything happened.
No, it worked. Great. So it now grants advantage on all attacks. So the which one is that?
This guy.
Yeah. That's my action. You know what? I'm gonna run away without disengaging. So I'm gonna run away 10 feet and suck up the attack. If he wants to attack, he or she, that elf.
No, that elf is gonna totally attack you.
Good. Do it.
I'm going to use my protection feature under Fire
second.
Still to make it roll a reaction.
Disadvantage, you said?
Yep.
All right.
Let me get my shield in the way.
I don't know why I rolled so many times. I think I
That's
clicked it. Well,
to
they
double-
failed horribly.
Double fail.
Yeah. It almost seems to lose grip of its sword as it kind of flails around, but it seems to kind of keep it.
So she's actually gonna run up the. Actually, I'm gonna run up the wall right behind Barrick, with my spider climbing. So I move 10. How tall is the room? How tall is this room, Abe?
This room's about 20 feet tall.
Okay, cool. So she'll basically make it just to the ceiling, I think. She'll just run up the wall and kind of hang upside down on the ceiling.
It's not creepy at all. Okay. Looked really cool though. All right, anything else?
She's a little bit out of their range, but she's a super awesome target for longbows now.
Nice. I love that. I mean, it's cool.
Abe,
Yes.
it should have been 2d4 damage instead of 1d4 now that I'm level 5.
Oh, yeah,
my
kill
God.
it, kill it, kill
All
it.
right, roll a yeah. So another
Ooh.
4 damage to this guy. All right.
Yeah. It's
Excellent.
cool. It's subdual psychic damage. I'm just knocking them out.
I love it. From around the corner, and Swift Eye, you smell this strange being. This strange-looking creature with multiple arms seems to almost strike at you guys with an intense speed, and lashes out at both of you at the exact same time. And apparently only hits one of you. With these nasty-looking claws, Swift Eye, you immediately dodge out of the way. Korak, though, just slightly caught off guard by this movement and the speed that it has. Take an immediate slash, but not enough to do much damage. But you are now up.
Alright. Let's lay into this beastie.
Lay into him.
Target him?
Hello, beastie.
Can you target him? Did I drop him down correctly?
No. Yeah, it's not letting me target him.
Well, that's because he's awesome. And yeah, you got him. Oh, yeah.
Alright.
That's alright, I'll add him on. Now you got it.
Huh. Oh, it's not showing it for me. Alright. Let's see if this works. Yeah,
Hit.
okay.
Solid hit.
A fine hit.
Let's re-roll those.
So I'm adding
4 more.
4 more. All right. Where's he at? All right, done. Added.
Take a
Damn.
second. Twice.
Oh,
Ooh. Yeah. Now we're talking.
Heavy damage.
You kind of cut one arm completely clean off. It's sitting there, kind of twitching on the ground.
Finish him, Swift Eye.
Swift Eye, you're up.
Oh, I won't use the javelin this time.
well, that guy you can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the elf experiment we can kill.
Be on saving.
I'm pretty
No.
sure.
I'm a little
No.
gun shy with the javelin.
I'm just gonna flick him on the head.
Just gonna punch him 3
know.
times.
Once the javelin tastes blood.
Oh,
Oh, that was good.
you know what? I'm gonna try that again.
You
I'm
got
gonna
it.
hit him with this big stick instead.
Yeah.
Nice. Roll for damage.
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 And before you roll your next one, from the back of your mind, you hear this: "No one will love you."
Oh shit.
And roll with disadvantage on your next attack.
Oh, I'd like to scream out, I know!
Oh, swift eye.
Son of a biscuit!
There's an immediate frustration within her, but it quickly dodges out of the way with an uncanny speed. Are you doing anything else?
No.
Barrick, you're up.
All right. Oops. Stepped away from the computer. Hold on. Come on back. Sorry, Cambria County has a tornado warning, so I was
Nah,
checking the
it's-
radar.
It's fine. It's cool.
All right. I am going to cast command on the elf with the bow.
Mm-hmm.
So I will make him save. He failed, and I'm going to tell him to approach. And the target moves toward you by the shortest and most direct route, ending its turn if it moves within 5 feet of you.
Which
That's
one
it.
did you cast it
It's-
on? Elf 2?
This guy.
Does it do it right now? Sweet.
This round, yeah. So it would be his next turn. He has to. This guy.
Gotcha. In the back of your mind, you hear a very dark and sinister voice, and it will say, "He obeys me. You have no power here."
Oh, that's right. None of your commands worked last time.
Did it? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
You were
forgot.
trying to
and then-
command him to answer you, and the guy wouldn't do it.
Well, he did almost.
Yeah,
well,
that's
yeah.
true.
So as
Cleared up a
you
little
begin to kind of self-evaluate, you hear another voice go, "You will lead them to death." Yep.
Okay. That's all I got. It's my spell.
All right. You doing anything else?
I will just
Boy, oh
stay
boy,
here.
oh boy.
All right. From around the corner comes another elf. He is going to stand about here.
This
he's
one is
going
sparkly.
Oh, he is sparkly. Does he have disadvantage on attacks?
Nope. No, he's just easy to hit.
Sweet. And he's going to pull out his bow and try to shoot at...
Suck it.
Let's pick on Barrick. I mean, Frederick.
Yeah.
He missed either way. His turn ends. Newly's up. You doing anything with her?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Newly is going to. I would like to. Who's coming up next? So Frederick's. Yeah, she's going to fly over here and use the help action on Mind Controlled Elf 1 to grant Frederick advantage on the next attack roll.
What?
And she's gonna cower in the corner this way.
All right. Freddie Prince is going to come up, and he is going to... What is he going to do? He's going to mace him in the face.
Mace him in the face.
You said I have advantage?
Uh-huh.
Mace! Oh,
Boom.
still didn't roll very well, but that's all right. Mace! There's a nice thud as it hits him in the side. And he looks over to you, Valor, and go, I was trying to knock him out. And that's going to be his turn. This elf is going to shoot another arrow, horribly missing.
Yeah, she's just hanging upside down and gives him the old double birds. So
Oh.
you're probably a nice person. This is for the person in your brain.
After the arrow hits you, very quickly see there's a sword that slashes out of the air. Barrick, you reflectively, that's right, those are words.
All right.
Bash back with a shield with such vigor and force that it knocks the sword out of this elf's hand. He is now disarmed. Calliope, you're up.
All right. So for my action, I'm gonna cast Bane at second, so I can all
Hmm.
4 of these. But as I am casting Bane, I am say out loud, but addressing the voice in my head. Calliope plays a sweet guitar riff and says, "We're the fucking Radiant Company, motherfucker. You can't tell us shit. You know what you can do? Eat a bag of dicks."
And he drove away.
And then she's gonna cast Bane on all of its minions, and then make vulgar hand motions up in the air towards the voice.
Nice. You all see her talk to herself for a moment.
All of them fail. Are you kidding me?
Oh, shit. Wow.
They're
Amazing.
all baned. Yeah, they
Wow.
rolled 2, 1, 2, and 9.
That's amazing.
Wow.
Eat a bag of dicks.
From the deep recesses of your mind, there just seems to be a nagging, and finally the voice says, "These elves are weak. You know nothing of strength." And then it fades from your mind.
Who wants to kill this guy?
Yeah, Calliope's pretty pissed. She's tired of being told
Calliope,
she sucks.
make an intelligence saving throw.
I should have given someone in the ring. Shit.
There's a deep chuckle, followed by, "Again, you're inadequate. You will suffer first." You do anything else?
Nope.
Valorn, you're up. Hanging upside down.
All right.
Flipping the birds.
Yeah. Yep. She's gonna weave her hands together and shoot a quick ray of frost at the elf experiments.
Boom.
Boom. Boom. 2d8 ice damage.
Nice.
That's all it took.
Ice damage.
Man, how many kills can I steal here?
With that, it's
Call me the
kind of-
finisher.
It seizes up and immediately stops moving. There's a last as the air leaves its lungs and ceases movement altogether.
She just kind of says, "Sorry, we didn't get here sooner." I'm done.
That guy dead. Korak, you're up. There seems to be a frozen, unmoving experiment, and you can see the elf around the corner.
Can I reach the elf to hit him?
Yeah, he's basically in the doorway.
Alright. I'll
It's more like
smack him upside the head and try to do non-lethal damage.
Oh, nice. Look at you.
Showing a little personal growth.
Oh, please roll a 20. Damn it. Yeah,
He did roll a
hit
20. Dirty 20.
Mm.
Jeez Louise.
Yeah, with that, you kind of flipped your greatsword in midair. You grab it. You grab it just hard enough that you don't take damage, and you swipe with the blunt end of the hilt, and with a quick boom, the elf crumbles to the floor unconscious.
Alright, and then I want to try to slide past them. Elf too.
Yeah, they're both on the ground. You very easily kind of jump over them.
I'll just get into Elf 2's face. You want some of this? What?
The first one. The first one's the one that matters.
Throwing hands.
If you
Yeah.
hold shift and attack, it'll be a critical. So, because it should be.
Okay.
Yeah. So again, it's still blade in hand, and you swing back, but there's this moment where you realize this might be too hard, and you snap its neck, and it just crumbles to the ground. Instantly dead.
Hey man, you can't turn it off.
But that first one you did really well. That second one though, it's definitely dead.
Clark will turn back to Valor and be like,
Oopsie
1 out of 2
poopsie.
ain't bad.
Nice.
She just gives him a nod.
You do anything else there, Corey?
That's it.
All right, Swift, you're up.
They are indeed weak, huh?
I think there is Elf 1 left. Yeah. Beside Frederick.
Oh, I'm going
This guy.
to give my head a hearty shake. And then I'm going to jump over Frederick and I just want to land on him.
Make an
So-
intelligence save.
Intelligence save?
Yep. Give your head a hearty shake.
I'm not so smart.
I believe in you.
Oh, you're smart. +3's good.
I'm so smart!
Um,
Because I studied.
Mm-hmm.
so you kind of shake your mind for a moment, and you're mid-leap. Make a dexterity, make a athletics check with disadvantage. Oh, you still make it. So mid-leap,
bad.
in the back of your mind, in this recesses, you hear, "They will leave you like everyone." And there's a determination in your leap, and you land kind of beside. You land like over here, on your feet, ready to attack.
I am going to send some meditative punches.
Pew pew pew.
Also, this guy's looking pretty rough.
And I'm going to punch him once in the gut and say, "No more speaking."
There's a right hook, and as she begins to speak, there seems to be almost like a left hook, and you kind of pull it back, and you finish your thought and your speech, and with that, the elf kind of crumbles to the ground unconscious.
I'm going to sit down on the ground right now and meditate.
Nice. What are you meditating about?
I would like to focus on, like, draw myself back to being at the monkery and the focus tactics of silence and light that the monks taught me.
Yeah, roll an intelligence check with advantage. The Great Monkery.
Monkey.
Where everyone digs their own beds out of stone.
So you see Swift Eye kind of thump down. She sits Indian style for a moment, and there's this deep concentration within her mind, and you can see the monks, and you can hear the teachings, and with that, there almost seems to be this radiant outburst that Bear you can kind of see, and there seems to be an expulsion of energy.
Gross.
Swift Eye, you just took 11 psychic damage, but
No!
that presence that was in your mind seems to have fallen away, and only good thoughts remain.
Oh, nice.
Think happy thoughts.
But you basically only took 1 point of psychic damage. Let me just a little deleting here, and there we go. All right.
You know,
But you-
it's all horn music and, like, Swiss cheese in my brain right now. Good things.
With that, the battle kind of ceases. There are 2 unconscious elves on the ground. What are y'all doing?
Valorant's gonna drop down to the floor. And she's gonna start dragging attempting to drag this guy back into the room.
Oh, yeah, make a strength check. Oh yeah, it takes you a little bit, but you definitely can drag him back.
And she says to Korak, "Thanks."
Oh,
Or
that's
I'll
nice.
give her a thumbs up.
From behind her, from behind Korak, you definitely can see a mutilated elfin body.
Hey, you know, she knows that's the DM's fault.
Oh.
Korak tried.
Hey, rolling crits. All right, what's everyone else doing?
Calliope is like almost absentmindedly playing like this like really intense, angry metal riff on her lute, and she just says, "Let's go find this asshole."
Faster the better. Apparently he can
Hey.
talk to us anywhere.
Abe, I'm gonna try to push back.
All right.
What would I do?
How you pushing back?
How should I push back?
There's definitely a deep, and you can sense now. It's an evil essence in the back of your mind.
Okay.
You feel like you might be able to tap into your background, your history, even religion to try to push back.
Can I try to assist with this?
Make a perception check.
Sure.
We'll see if you notice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you can definitely notice he seems to. There's a deep concentration on his face. The lines on his face, you've never seen them so wrinkled before.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say you have advantage on it.
Advantage? Okay.
So she's going to tell you a story about. So
You now have disadvantage. No, I'm just kidding. No, go ahead.
fucking feet, man. So let's see if that even works. But no, it didn't work. Never mind. You don't get an
She
extra
just
bonus.
rambles at you.
Well, what did you say?
She
All right.
says, "You can do this. Just focus on things you know and things that are stronger than this asshole."
So with that, there's a deep sense of who you are and what has brought you to this point. And for a moment, there seems to be just darkness. And in the back recesses of your mind, you hear words of friends and companions, and some that you have lost, and some that you've just found, and begun to befriend. And you begin to push back. Everyone who is looking can see there's all of a sudden a very angelic glow that's coming. There's a faint essence of wings, and with that you hear this poof. You're gonna hit 10 points of psychic damage as your mind pushes back. You're almost surprised. It seemed to be Valoran's words you heard through the darkness, kind of anchoring you to that point and pushing everything back. And that voice is now gone.
I'm going to pull out my coconuts and say, "Let's ride."
Coconuts.
Barrett's gonna
yeah.
nod.
My coconuts of haste. Who's with me? Someone can come behind me, as long as you have to act like you're riding a horse.
I'll put my hand on her shoulder.
Clippity clop.
So- Abe, is the two of them like breaking the mind control? Is it like a pretty visible thing, like that we can see happening?
From the two of them, especially Barracks was much more visible. There seemed to be some kind of angelic presence that seemed to kind of engulf him and push away. So you can definitely sense that there was some kind of internal struggle that he succeeded on.
Okay, so Calliope turns to him and says, "Did you get rid of the voice?"
No?
The voice has no control over our fates.
Yeah, but did you
We
get
are
rid
the-
of it?
I did.
Your nose
Oh.
is bleeding.
Oh, fuck this. And Calliope's gonna, like, take a second, and she is going to get out all of her instruments. So she gets out her foot drum that, like, ties to her ankle, and she gets out her little, like, knee tambourine, and her, like, straps her harmonica onto her face, and she gets her bagpipes out, and then she starts playing this really intense song, and she's gonna use her bonus action to make her cape billow, and she's gonna cast Minor Illusion to have fireworks go off behind her, and she's gonna
I'm
start
I'm
playing.
going to encourage her while she plays.
Yeah,
I'm
so
going
she's
to
gonna
say,
play.
"We are the light that vanquishes the darkness. No evil can hold us back." I'm just gonna start saying like inspiring stuff while she's playing.
She's
this
gonna start shouting at
sweet
Barrick.
guitar riff.
She'll start shouting at Barrick, "Tell me I'm awesome!" as she plays. "Tell me I'm amazing! Tell me I'm the best bard you've ever met!" She's like screaming at the audience like it's a rock concert.
Swift Eye is gonna cover her ears and continue to meditate.
Barrick's just gonna keep shouting inspirational things.
Oh.
Oh no!
Oh man. So the music starts to overwhelm, and you start to kind of focus and channel your inner self. And from the back of your mind's eye, you hear, "I look forward to eating your brain." And
Abe.
with that, yeah, go ahead.
I'm gonna cast protection from evil and good. Calliope.
Nice. What's it do?
So I touch her, beep, with holy water.
Just throw it in my
say,
face.
"The power of Christ compels you."
I require old brains.
Creature you touch is protected against certain types of creatures: aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, and undead. Protection
Wait.
grants several benefits.
I read this story. It doesn't end well for you, Barrick.
Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. The target also can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them.
How
If
long
the
does
target
that last?
is already charmed, concentration up to 10 minutes.
Nice. As the
If
darkness...
the target is already charmed, frightened, possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against that relevant effect.
Go ahead and make a new intelligence saving throw with advantage.
Okay. Can we roll a 1 on the performance check?
That's amazing.
Oh
Jeez.
boy.
Barrick, make a Constitution saving throw.
Ooh. It's bad, Calliope. It's really bad.
Yeah.
There it is. Okay. So Calliope is struggling. There is sweat you can see dripping from her face, and there's in the back of your mind is just this presence that seems to be pulling you down. And in your mind's eye, you see this engulfing light that seems to illuminate and almost push back the evil, and its tentacled hands that seem to be gripping your mind seem to dissipate slowly. And walking from the shadows is this angelic version of Barrick, wings spread, and he walks closer to you, and the symbol of Palor is glowing on his chest.
You can do this, Calliope.
And with that, the voice seems to fade, and your mind becomes your own again, and you slowly open your eyes to see Barrick with his hand on your shoulder, with a slight smile.
Are you okay?
We really gotta move. Sorry to be a dick about it, but the longer we stand still, the more this thing's gonna keep fucking with your minds, right?
Calliope, is your mind your own?
I don't know. Abe, does it feel like my mind is my own now? Yes. Yeah. I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm fine. Thanks. I'm fine.
All right then, let's go.
Where are you guys going? Also, are you doing anything with these elves?
I just dragged him back into the room. We can tie him
Move
up.
on. They catch up. I'm running out of rope, I think.
Yeah, I don't think we need to tie him up. They're probably gonna be out for a little while. I think we just got a gun for the boss,
Just gotta
right?
Keep moving.
Yeah.
All right, where are you guys going?
Valoran's galloping this way.
Yeah,
Alright.
we all have our super fast coconuts.
Go ahead and everyone make a perception check as you kind of run. It looks like this way.
Boss knows we're coming, so no sense in stealthing, right?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Nice.
All right, I will say with the... Oh, man, I gotta look. How far? Yeah, you would probably make it into the room somewhere in here if you guys want to place yourselves. If you're all
Is that the
cold.
room?
Is
Yeah,
that the room you're going into?
Is there a way up this way?
It seems to be a wall.
Gotcha.
There.
Yeah,
Well,
I think in there. Sure.
With the coconuts, you'd probably get somewhere within this room.
Gotcha. And I'm going to send Newly has about our speed whenever he moves 60. She moves 60, so I'll keep her a little ways ahead of us.
Awesome. I will uncover. There. On this far end wall, you guys are going to notice there's another tube. Seems to have another strange, beastly sewn together creature like the one you guys had just faced. You guys now see the shelves are now jam-packed with many different things. The same purple flameless illumination seems to fill this room. The shelves seem to have different, creatures, different cylinders, different sizes, different shapes. Especially with Calliope's role, and Valoran's and Korak and Bear. Oh, yeah, you all rolled really well. You're all going to notice that the different shelves seem to hold vials, vases, different containers, all with purplish liquid. Some seem to be full intact animals that you've seen in the forest. Such as squirrels. Others seem to hold different kinds of parts of animals or brains. Several of the brains seem to actually be pulsating and moving within the actual cylinders. You guys notice a table over this way and a table over that way, along with what seems to be multiple exits to the room. I would also say that you can tell from this angle, this table seems to be some kind of humanoid laying on it. Over here seems to be assorted items that seem to be piled and organized, but it just seems sort of assorted items.
I'm gonna go to the humanoid.
Okay. What's everyone else doing?
I'm just gonna kind of inspect the things on the shelves.
I'll
Yeah.
check the assorted item.
All right. Swift Eye, what you doing?
Can I pick up a jar and shake it?
Oh, you definitely
Listen
can.
to it.
Make a dexterity save.
Abby something.
So dexterous.
Abby, normal.
Abby normal.
Yeah, so you pick it up and immediately realize, just from the sound and the sloshing, that this item doesn't seem to have a lid. And very carefully, you start to shake it and realize you're getting purplish goo on you, though you cannot sense its color because you're blind. But it's goo nonetheless. Doesn't
Smells
seem to have
purple.
any yeah,
Smells
definitely.
purple.
It smells so purple. It doesn't seem to have any other effect other than it just seems to be sloshing around. The one that you picked up, Calliope and Barrick, you notice seems to be a small brain, and it seems to be kind of almost swimming in the liquid itself.
What?
Korak and Valoran make a Korak, make an investigation check. Calliope, make a perception check.
Oop.
You guys are rolling great. I love this. Okay. Korak, you notice that there seems to be a table. There seems to be some notes kind of scattered around in a language that you have seen when you first entered this crypt or this tomb, whatever it is that you now seem to be entered. An odd language you've never known. But there are some odd-looking items. The first one you see seems to be an odd pair of glasses. The other one seems to be a slab of wood with metal strips around it. Seems to be riveted together with a long, almost wooden. With a long metal hilt at the end, and a band on the counter that seems to be, as you look at it, it just reminds you of balance. Valoran, make a Constitution save.
Yep. I picked the wrong table.
So as you walk up, you very quickly realize that this is some sort of humanoid that has been cut open and looked at and researched. There's a journal that lays on its lap that seems to have scribbled notes within it. There's an urge to vomit, but you kind of swallow it down, and you notice this on the table.
Come on. She's not gonna read the journal right now, but she's just gonna idly take it and put it in. We're gonna have bookception. She's gonna open up her book of holding and put this book into it. So she opens up book of holding, and this book is sucked into it, and she's just going to hold her hand up to the head and just ray of frost into it.
Oh, all right. Make an attack.
I mean, can I miss?
I don't know. Can Ray of Frost miss?
It can miss.
Oh, okay. Well, let's find out.
All right. All right. Yeah. There.
All right. No, you hit it. You hit it.
Yeah. She just raised frost the head for a little bit.
You hit it with some very cold rays of frost, as the title sounds, and it freezes the actual what you would imagine to be the brain. It's odd, even in the research you've done. This doesn't seem to be what you would expect of some humanoids of this realm. But it does not seem to move, fidget, or reanimate.
Okay. Yep. She just, shooting it while it's down. I'll wander over to Korak.
Abe, I'm going to unleash the Cross of Truth.
Oh, shit, yeah.
Oh.
I have to actually look at the Cross of Truth. It's been a long time since I read it. I think you just have to be wearing it, correct?
Yeah.
Yep. So as you walk up to the table, you immediately recognize the Hexenjagger, which, in its native tongue seems to be also known as the Witch Killer. It seems to be a magical item that harnesses the power of magic missile as a long-range weapon. Bling. You also find a band of it's a perfectly balanced ring that seems to sit on top of the journal itself. And as you study it, holding the relic in your hand, you realize that if someone were to wear this, that it would not allow them to become prone, knocked down, or take any kind of difficulty in terrain as they're walking it. And as you look at the book, you realize there's a pair of glasses that, as you look at it, you realize that someone who is learned in history or arcana would be able to use these and be able to read books 3 times faster and comprehend all languages while wearing them. I can put them in the party sheet.
Magic.
Magic.
Bling.
Magic miss.
Bling.
Can you use those glasses to attack the darkness?
Attack the darkness. Barrick, Korak, Barrick and Calliope and Swift Eye. What are you guys doing?
I'm investigating the shell.
Yes.
Not necessarily touching anything, but
Touch it all.
just kind of seeing if there's other than anything
Oh, you cut out. Other than what?
other than the animals in the jars. Is there anything out of the ordinary?
Yeah. Especially
For
as you
particular
kind of
interest.
you look over to Swift Eye, who seems to be gingerly balancing now this open canister. You notice that this is a vast, shelved, you would even call it a library, of different animal parts, human parts. There seems to even be a human-sized brain in a jar, and they all seem to be pulsating as if they were still alive.
What is the purpose of this horror? I'm gonna walk up and check out the tube.
Mm-hmm. As you walk up to the tube, this is very reminiscent of the other tube that was over here that Valoran had mentioned she'd seen through the owl's eyes. However, instead of a female, this is a male elf. It has several small extremities that seem to be coming out of its abdomen. They almost seem to be sewn or woven into its flesh. Its back is arched and twisted, as if manipulated either by magic or science. Its face looks tortured. These, unlike the shelves in the center, seem to be unmoving, even possibly dead. Very reminiscent of the strange elf that you had just recently destroyed.
I'm gonna do a little Palor blessing symbol on it and say, "May the Sun Father bring you peace." And I'm gonna turn to everyone else and say, "We need to find this evil and end it now."
You guys notice that there is a door this way, there's a passage to the south, and then the strange passage that Valoran had mentioned that her owl was destroyed in before. This one seems to be a door.
I'm listening at that door.
Yes. What's Calliope doing?
I'll follow
yeah.
behind.
Is this a tunnel up here? Or a
It seems to be a curved wall.
Oh, okay. Just kidding. And she is kind of down here. She looks super jumpy. She's got her bow out, and like anytime there's a noise, she kind of like jumps and turns to it and almost starts to fire.
It's not concerning at all. Swift-Eye, what are you doing?
Gonna wipe that goo off my arms with something. Just gonna rub my arm against the wall with that goo.
So as you kind of stretch your arm
Has anyone explained to me what is happening? Or do I sense that there's been a difference in
you
people
sense the
walking away?
liquid has kind of spun out of the canister. You definitely can tell that your party has walked away from you, and as you kind of wipe off this liquid that seems to be on your arm against the wall that you're close to, you hear a slosh. And you have a feeling that whatever was in that container may have fallen to the floor as you tipped it, more focusing on the liquid inside of your beside your arm.
God, that literally happened to me today. I dropped a whole ice cream cone on the ground.
Well, not the exact thing happened.
Brain, ice cream,
Ice cream
very
cone.
similar.
It was equally disturbing.
I agree.
Valoran, make a perception check on that door.
Already done.
Oh yeah, you did.
I'm gonna start to follow them. Walk away from the mess I've made.
You hear bubbling. You hear movement, but not footsteps as you would imagine them to be. It seems more like a liquid moving in containers.
Okay. I'm going to investigate the door for traps.
Yeah, you investigate it real hard. It seems to be a large wooden door. Its handle does not seem to be trapped, nor locked.
Great. I'm going to crack it open and just peek through, get a little peeksy.
Little peeksy. All right. Let me open this up here. So you can kind of see.
Zero.
In the corner is a giant zero.
Look out, Zero. Here come the heroes.
Inside of this giant zero seems to be another elven experimental shape that you've seen before, but this one seems to be definitely moving and seems to catch your eye almost immediately. It is currently in that it's a liquid-filled jar, and it's bubbling with air and liquid.
Okay. She'll turn around and say, "One more of those jars, but the elf abomination inside is moving." And then she is going to step into the doorway and take a look in.
Take a little look-see. All right, let's.
Mm-hmm.
There are 5 cylindrical experimentation tubes. There's a very low light in here. It's the same purplish light that you've seen before. Standing in the center of the room, it almost seems to be pacing around the experiments. It immediately catches your sight. Upon closer inspection, there seems to be multiple experiments within each of the cylinders themselves. There we go. There we go. They all seem to be well in. However, this one is going to turn to you and immediately attack you. Andy, you didn't give that ring up, right?
Nope.
Okay. It reaches out. Its hand points at you. Its tentacles kind of... and there's a moment of concentration and then frustration in its face. And then it just points at you. Nothing seemed to have happened. Everyone go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh.
Oh no. Newly's got a 3.
Newly, you've got a 3. I've got a 4.
Newly's got a 3.
Got it. Fixed it. Alright, here to use this surprise attack. With that, you guys hear a pounding on the glass in the corners. They're really weak. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. Yeah. So each of the canisters that seem to be open, and there seems to be 3 movement that Valorant and Barrick you can now see. They seem to be the smaller of the ones. The ones with these bigger monstrosities seem to be unmoving and almost seem to be hanging limp within the liquids. The ones that are moving seem to smash against the glass, almost trying to escape. Swift Eye, you're up.
Ugh. What do I sense about the space of that room?
It's a pretty well and big open space. Just judging by the footsteps and the echoes, you can sense it's a pretty big open area. And there's that same hint, that same smell, this unearthly, unworldly presence that you sense, and you can definitely pinpoint where this mind flare is. It's right here.
How far
It's right
is
there.
that? Oh, nope. I want to know how far.
I want to know how far it is.
I want you to show me. No, literally, Abe, I need you to show me because I can't figure out my buttons. I just want to know the distance between myself and the mind flare.
Oh, about 25 feet. You can make it.
Oh, poof, I'm just gonna run up and hit him with a stick.
All right, you run up and hit him with a stick.
Give him the old razzle dazzle.
Oh yeah, you did. You razzle dazzled his face.
Boom. And then I want to do a punch.
Yeah, punch him.
One of these. And another punch.
Punch him up.
And
Cool.
one of these.
Oh, that was nice. So
And
Swift
then
Eye. Oh yeah, go ahead.
Then I'm gonna spend a key point. And I'm gonna use Flurry of Blows for 2 more
Yeah, mess them up.
attacks as a bonus
Swift Eye is
action.
pissed.
It's like, don't bring up my past! Just
Oh, you still hit
hit
it.
him. With more fists.
Mm.
Wait, don't you
Very-
have like crazy magical fists?
Yeah, I think she's hitting with them. Are you hitting with
Oh,
them?
nice.
Oh, this is unarmed strikes.
Yeah, I think her
This
fists
is
are
just
magical
brute
now.
force.
Nice.
Mm.
Just
She
the
has 2
fury.
powered strikes.
And that was it. That's all I have right now.
Amazing.
Did I hit him with every single one of those?
Yeah, you
You
did.
did.
And I'm gonna say, unless you actually did, you actually take off your knuckles? Or are they? Because you would have to actually like remove them from your fingers. So I'm just gonna assume that they're still on.
I mean, that's unarmed strike that I rolled with, so we could count that as
You wear them on your knuckles, man.
however you want.
All right,
to.
I'm
I
adding
could have
8
hit him
magic
with my
damage.
legs.
Yeah, because you're
Yeah.
still. I added that on there. So Swift Eye, there's this untamed fury that she releases. There's a swift punch with her staff, and she quickly like spins it over his shoulder and locks it into place, and without hesitation starts just punching into this guy's waist. Just one fist is dealing a holy blast, while the other was doing a cold damage. It looks pretty hurt, and almost surprised the fury that this young female human even possesses as it comes running at it. That was a that was a good turn.
Mhm.
Korak, you're up.
I'll run into the room right next to Swift Eye. I got your back. And then takes.
And then he hits you in the back. Nice.
Whoops.
My bad.
I'll re-roll that one.
Adding 4 on.
Add 4 more.
Got it.
And then second one, I'm gonna try to do a trip attack.
Mm. Oh, that was close.
Yeah, I bet that was close. I'll re-roll the 1,
That's
5
the stuff.
and then I can add a D8 from the superiority dice. So 1
Carry
more.
the 2.
Yeah. And then it has to make a strength check.
It's dead.
It
Oh, it's
is dead. so the first attack you just swipe at it, and it's still kind of reeling from being punched so hard in the gut, and its eyes kind of open wide, and its tentacles from its mouth, and without hesitation you just start cutting it down. You're slicing and dicing, and you're hitting it. And even before you realize it is long since expired. But you still continue to cut it down with this unrelenting rage. Yeah, it's dead. It's really dead.
Amazing.
Guys, I think I got it.
Those of you that are in the room, you notice that there are a door at the south, to the north. It just seemed to be a solitary room with multiple experiments. They seem to be trying to escape at this point.
I'm just gonna ignore them, and I'm gonna go up to the door and listen at the door. Actually, no, I'm gonna search as a bonus action. Search for traps, because I got that feat.
This feet in my bones.
Searching for traps.
Yeah, once again, it just seems to be a very large wooden door. It does not seem to be locked.
All right, she's gonna open it up and motion everyone through. She says, "Quickly, before they break out."
Nice. Is everyone following?
Yeah, I'm gonna bring up the rear.
Yeah. From the back, you hear a kaboom, kaboom.
Where?
As if the experiments are still trying to break
Okay.
free.
Yeah.
Are you
Like-
entering this room?
Yeah.
All right. Let's do a little drawn here.
We got bigger fish to fry than these abominations.
All right. As you file into the room, Valen, you're running first.
Hell yeah.
Yeah,
Newly's about 10 feet ahead of me, but yeah.
nice. You're going to notice immediately that there is a passageway to the north, as well as to your immediate west.
She'll look back and ask Barrett quickly. North?
I'll try to sense evil. Second use.
You notice from your angle that it seems to be permeating in this area, like a
West.
stench.
Smells.
Once everybody's through, Cork's gonna close the door and try to bar it somehow. He can.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. How are you going to try to bar it?
There's no there's no latch or anything like that.
It seems to be just a simple kind of latch that kind of seals the door. Nothing too fancy. It's swung
I'm gonna-
inwards.
Swift Eye's gonna hand Korak one of her javelins.
Ooh, nice.
Goes. I don't
Only
need
someone
this
had a
anymore.
carpenter kit.
Yeah, I'll try to jam the door with the.
Wait, does nobody have a carpenter kit? Calliope doesn't have one?
No.
Yeah.
No,
But Calliope has every kit.
she only has useful.
You need a carpenter kit to like build her
Wow.
stage?
Wow.
No, she has people for that.
Oh,
Let's. I don't even know what to make this under. Let's make it a survival check. What the hell? I only use those once every like 20 years.
There we
okay,
go.
Sweet. Yeah, you evaluate the door very quickly, and as you're looking at it, Swift Eye kind of hands you a javelin from your side, and you immediately grab it and you shove it, kind of wedging it into the actual mechanism that holds the door in place. Knowing that the door swung inwards to you and out into the experimental corridors. No, the other way. You caught me. Swings inwards to you. You know that you've got to kind of wedge between a stone and the actual door, and you feel pretty confident that it's not going to budge.
All right, let's go.
All right. I'm going to take a quick listen down this corridor.
Standing there, you see... Bling! You hear... From there, you're going to hear some bubbling, some kind of sloshing. Other than that, that's kind of all you hear.
Some of Valoran's like fervor for rushing ahead recklessly, so I think she might start stealthing a little bit, unless everyone else is like gung-ho, let's forge ahead real fast. But it feels like we're getting close. It's like we're getting close, guys.
There's more muffled boom, 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 boom from this side of the wall. I put a stealth on you.
Yeah, she's gonna sneak along the wall a little bit and kind of peek around.
Awesome. From your area. You notice you notice a very large chamber. Hey, it's probably a good 100 feet wide in each direction. There's 4 large columns.
I found the boss room.
Seems to support a very high ceiling. Again, it's the same kind of purplish dark lights. It gives a very odd and eerie glow. In the center seems to be a deep recessed liquidy pool. Seems to glow a same purplish color. There seems to be banners all along the room. They're kind of waving oddly to no breeze, and in as from that angle, that's about all you can see.
So I don't see anybody in this room.
Currently not. No.
Are there any other exits?
Bing. Here,
It's a big room.
here,
Oh, skulls on the floor.
here. Those are the tapestries.
Okay. Huh.
And I guess you can see.
You said there was like a tank on the floor somewhere?
Yes, it is. Shit. Here.
Okay. She kind of shrugs and goes over to this pillar and glances back at the group. I don't see anybody.
What's everyone else doing?
I guess we'll head into the room.
Yeah. Got
Fine.
the all clear.
Fly Newly into the room. Take a look around.
Roll a perception.
You got it. +3.
Yeah, Newly flies around. She notices the several exits. She also notices that near the, let's call it the top of the room, there's almost seems to be a raised area. On top of it, she does notice. I gotta find it. She notices there it is. A female moon elf seems to be wearing very well maintained, expensive robes. Seems to be standing near this top area. As she kind of floats over and around, she notices that the pool that she's flying very near kind of bubbles for a moment. Make a dexterity save.
With Newly?
Yep.
Oh no. A save?
Yep.
15.
Gotta roll it. I gotta click some buttons.
Oh no.
She rolled a 15.
Huh?
Ooh. So from out of the middle of the pool, there's this like, and a tentacle seems to lash out in the midair, and Newly just quickly dives away, without being kind of smacked with this strange purplish green tentacle that kind of seems to come out of the liquid.
Gross.
Yep. But so far, that's all she seems to notice.
What's the woman on the stage doing?
She seems to just be standing there.
Okay.
Is the tentacle? Did it go back into the?
It did. After it kind of lashed out, it recessed slowly back down in the liquid.
Would I know at all what would do that?
You can make an Arcana check. You have only read about some abominations in this world, and quite frankly, it was a little terrifying and caught you off guard that it's hard to even kind of focus on what it could be.
There's only one elf, but stay away from the pool. She says to everyone.
You're all going to hear in the back of your mind. There's no sense in hiding. I have already seen you. Come be a part of the collective.
Is the woman talking?
Nope. It seems to almost radiate from the center of the room.
I don't hear telepathic communication unless I allow it, so I don't hear that.
Oh, you don't hear anything.
Shit.
Everyone else heard it, though.
I'm gonna step around the corner to
Nice.
confront her.
Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba.
I'm gonna sneak around this side.
And I'm going to just point my hammer of the forge at her. I'm going to say, "Who are you? Name yourself."
She is going to turn to you.
Susan.
Bethany!
It used to be shithouse.
Her mouth is going to open up a little bit, and again, that same voice that Valorant is not here says, "She had a name once." I feel it's time to end this charade. And with that, everyone roll initiative.
Boss fight.
God.
Oh, I love that.
damn,
Oh, keep those
man.
going. Let's keep it going.
Oh
Yeah.
no. God.
It's the Radiant Company's last stand.
Newly got a 2. Oh my
Oh,
god.
keep it going.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Hold up. I thought I have something.
Well, as you're looking for that, Swift Eye and Calliope, is that where you wanted to be?
I had no. that was
Calliope
hard.
would have like come around.
All right, Swift Eye, you moving anywhere else? I think she might be still AFK, so we might move her in a moment. So after the voice kind of stops, and Valorant, I'm gonna move you just ever so slightly. There we go.
Sure.
No reason at all.
She creeping.
She's creeping. After this,
She was trying to keep cover.
This voice says it's time to end the charade. From out of the actual, I can use words. Flags, the banners seem to almost step out from behind them. These same elves, they seem to have almost been shrouded and hidden. And I guess I should probably move Frederick. Just in case. All right, we're just gonna bling. Okay, there we go. He's been here the whole time, guys.
Mm-hmm.
And with that, Elf One reaches up wherever Elf One is. I should have put them in some sort of order. Oh, Swift Eye, where exactly did you want to be?
I'll stand next to Frederick.
All right. What you missed is from out of the actual tapestries themselves stepped multiple elves. And the first elf kind of steps up, and Barrick is going to shoot at you.
Don't do it.
It's probably fine. It's cool. And misses. Everyone make a perception check. Man, rolling those ones. Swift Eye, you're gonna notice a bright light in just a moment. Everyone else, almost walking out from this wall to the north, is a figure who is wearing a cloaked robe, and he throws it back, and as he does so, you hear him kind of look towards you, and Valorant more at you than anyone else, and he goes, "Save the queen." And he reaches out with a bow, and the bow itself is glowing, another golden color. And as he pulls back his bowstring, 3 arrows loose, and where are you at, girlfriend? There we go. That's gonna feel good. 56. And from this person, there's 3 golden arrows that shoot and strike these 3 elves in the abdomen, and they seem to immediately drop to their sides. And then he looks back up at you guys and he goes, "I guess they saw the light." And then he goes, "Save the queen, save her." And then
Can I throw him his sunglasses as a reaction?
and then he immediately just steps back and almost seems to fade from existence. And these 3 elves were now knocked unconscious. Bling. Maybe. Come on. You guys are knocked out.
Again, do we?
Let's work together.
Who has his sunglasses?
I have sunglasses still.
Nice. You should put them on.
I'm just gonna do this to make myself simpler. And with that, as the light kind of fades from the room, Korak, you are going to notice from the center of the room, within the pool seems to be a enormous brain-like creature with tentacles that kind of lash around in the actual water themselves.
Awesome.
And as you guys are somewhat distracted, Elf 4 is going to attempt. Yeah, you see, finally, okay, and it lashes out, with a strong arrow and hits Swift Eye on the shoulder, leaving a nice arrow mark.
Did not see that coming.
Do you have deflect arrow?
You do. You could possibly use deflect arrow.
Oh, I'm gonna deflect it. I'm gonna see it coming. Do I spend a key point for that?
I think you do have to use a spin.
No.
Is
It's just your reaction.
Oh, nice.
If you want to throw it back, you have to spend a key point.
Yeah, you do. Right in his face.
Yeah, I'd like to do that.
So as it quickly goes past, and Frederick looks to you, and there's words trying to escape its lips as almost to shout, "Watch out!" And your hand immediately flies up and snatches it out in midair, and very quickly you kind of spin it in midair and then slip it into your pocket.
That's nice. I think I was supposed to roll a d4, but I will take the success.
You are going to take a success. There we go. All right, Calliope, you're up.
Okay, How far are you?
Are we all agreed that the brain is probably the bad guy?
Yeah.
Probably the bad guy.
He might be.
All right. I'm gonna move 5 feet that way. Back up a little bit, actually. I'm gonna move there, and I'm going to cast Bane at 2nd level on all 4 of those.
Bane is so good.
All 4 is the bad guys.
Come on. It's alright.
So, Elder Brain succeeded.
Elder Brain!
And L4.
It should automatically apply it only to the ones that failed.
Last time I gave it to all of them.
So what do you give them?
So, I think if I untarget them, then it should work.
Oh, yeah, try that.
'Cause I have 2, and yeah, these are the 2 that failed.
You only have them targeted.
Okay.
Badass.
So those 2 have Bane.
Suck it.
And yeah, that's it for now. I'm gonna hold on to my.
Is Bane a concentration spell?
It is, I believe. It is.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, that's my turn. Actually, no. I'll do bonus action. I'll do. Oh, Barrick still has Bardic Inspiration. I'll do Bardic Inspiration on Korak.
Nice.
Can I have more than one up at a time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Yeah, so Barrick and Korak both have them now.
Calliope.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn,
Uh-huh.
you hear that same vicious voice within the recesses of your mind, and it will go, You are a failure. You're gonna take 4 psychic damage, and Bane immediately drops.
Ah!
That's shitty.
It's probably fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Calliope just like yells in rage, like a barbarian shout.
Ooh, yes.
Bard rage.
Yeah.
Bard rage.
Barbarian.
Oh, yeah, you should multi-class into barbarian, so you can be a
Oh
barbarian.
my god, yes. Swift Eye, you're up. You sense 1, 2, 3, 3 humanoids in your immediate vicinity. You sense the elder brain inside this deep recessed pool. And go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Gonna perceive.
Perceive it all. And as your smell kind of picks up this elder brain, there's a hint of another, possibly near this vicinity, possibly 4 humanoids.
Hmm. What is my... Do I have anything coming directly at me?
Currently, no. There seems to be a large pool, and then several individuals to the north, one to the south.
I'm gonna go straight for the brain, and I want to pole vault with my quarterstaff.
Hell
Be
yeah.
on top of it.
Oh, all right. Yeah, make a acrobatics check.
Hmm.
It's probably fine. It's probably fine. Okay, yeah. As you kind of run towards it, your staff kind of sits slightly into a brick in the floor, and you think you can kind of launch yourself. You misjudge a little bit, but you're still within the liquid itself. Your feet seem to be touching some kind of slimy individual.
Ew. Then I'm gonna punch it.
I'm gonna punch it so hard.
Punch it with radiant magic. Masamoon!
Magic,
Mm.
magic. Oh, that's a hit.
It's gonna be so good.
Punch, punch, punch.
And I'll punch it with the other hand. Cold hand. Masa!
That's why we call her. That's why we call her Cool Hands.
That's also a hit.
Because it's a huge brain.
It is a giant brain. Even as you
God,
kind of clumsily
brain.
punch at it, you realize this is a really big brain or something.
Hold on, I'm gonna get it with one more hit of the Masamoon.
Nice, that's another hit. You guys just hear splashing.
Oh
She's
man.
punching into the water.
Korak really likes to see armor class of 10.
God, that
Yes,
brain
he
needs
does.
protection. Like a skull or something would be nice.
All right.
That's my move for right now.
That's a good turn.
All right. From on high, the moon elf seems to walk slowly forward, descending the stairs, and is going to. Oh, that's not the right one. There it is. So on the 3 of you, she's gonna drop. She's gonna drop a big old deuce on your head. Korak, immediately your being itself seems to almost illuminate, and blue and green and violet lights kind of dancing all around you. You
Hey.
now have now been cast Fairy Fire.
Oh, Korak, you look good. Oh, wait, shit!
Uh,
You sparkle like Edward.
does it automatically place on you?
You have to drag the little walking man symbol.
Hmm,
Oh wait, no, you have the
I don't have the walking man symbol. What's the actual thing?
You- I can drag it. I have it.
Oh, thank you.
Right,
All
I
right.
can drag it.
So you are now currently.
I'm
shiny.
sorry, Korak.
Barrick, you are up.
I am going to cast protection from good or evil and good on myself.
Nice.
Ka-chow. Ka-chow. Did I do it? Yeah, I did it. Okay. And then I am going
Oh,
to
that's badass.
jump on the brain as well.
Ooh. Bet you could
That's
say
the end of my
didn't
turn.
see that coming. All right, that's good. At the end of your turn. Oh, there it is. Yeah, good. Okay. It is going to. It's gonna do something. Where's it at? There it is. It's gonna lash out at Korak. Where's it at? Actually, no. It's gonna lash out at you.
Who?
So from underneath, it kind of reaches up and wraps around you very tightly and starts to squeeze.
Me?
Oof.
You take 14 points of damage, and you are currently grappled.
Me?
Mm-hmm.
Me as in me? Okay.
Yep, you as in you.
Abe,
I will
the
grapple
elder
you.
brain just damaged itself.
Damn it!
Yeah, I think it was supposed to be attacking me. Which I don't know if it has.
It's a really big target.
I don't know if it has disadvantage on me because of my hickey.
It is probably an aberration, right?
Yeah, it's an aberration.
All right, let me try this. Let me click off. Elder Brain, where are you? Where are you, Elder Brain? Oh,
Brain.
Brain.
Elder Brain targets Elder Brain. Let's just move the Elder Brain for a moment. It's cool.
Oh,
It's cool.
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Let's try this now. Tentacle. There we go. Let's try it now. Yeah, it totally did give disadvantage. So it tries to lash up at you, and there seems to be almost a protective barrier that seems to pulsate and emanate around you, and it just can't seem to get its grip, and it misses.
Get a grip, Elder Brain.
Get a grip. Oh, I may or may not have been pasting the wrong thing in here. It's probably okay. It's cool. It's cool. Cool.
Be cool.
There we go. Had to restart the creepy music. At the beginning of its turn, it is going to it's going to try to do it again. It is irritated. Tentacle!
Mad Brain Bro.
Oh, it is irritated. All right, Valorn, you're up.
Yep. So Valorant's going to step out, think for a moment, and decide she's just going to try to take care of the elves. So she is going to weave her hands together, pull out a pinch of her phosphorescent liquid from a vial, and cast Hypnotic Pattern at... That's not the one. That's the one. Pow. Ba-ba-oo-mow-mow. It's 30, so she's gonna basically catch those two over there. So I'm gonna make them do. Can I shoot targeting them? I'll just do it individually. It's fine. failure. Come on, come on. Yes! Alright. So both of them are incapacitated. Which means they cannot take actions or reactions for a minute. It is concentration. I'm going to do that. And she is going to... I'm going to try... How tall is this platform next to me?
The whole platform, as you kind of come up, it's probably like 5 and then another 5 feet. So that one is probably about 10 feet in the air.
Then she's actually going to run up here and say, hey, why don't you pick on someone your own size toward the moon elf?
Nice. Nice.
And that's my turn.
That brings us up to Newly.
Right. Newly is going to fly over to Frederick's shoulder and perch and sit there for a minute. That's it.
Woot woot. DM has another window open. There we go. Korak, you're up.
All right.
That is the person you see in front of you. Sorry, that was to Valorant.
She's creepy.
I'm gonna run up to the brain. Let's see if your smarts can save you from steel.
Got 2 words
Yeah.
Oh,
No, it can't. No, it can't. No, it can't. Look out.
I'll re-roll those 2s also. There we go.
So
And,
I need 6.
Let's see. No,
So
4
elder
more.
now, are you?
Oh, yeah, I can count. It's cool. All right, got it.
And then attack numero dos. So that's re-roll that 2. 2 more.
Gross.
Its tentacles
Squishy,
are waving
squishy.
madly in the air. With that. Oh, come on. You don't want to do that, Elder Brain. There we go. Are you doing anything else there, Korak?
No.
Action surge.
Well, yeah, that's true. It is. All right, let's do it.
Sir.
It could be a bigger brain around the corner. You just don't know.
It might be
Never
bigger
know.
man.
Just never know. Wait, what? How is?
Why are you attacking Barrick?
Yeah, hit him. Hit him. Hit Barrick real hard. You hit, nonetheless.
All right.
Barrick, no!
How? Why would you kill me?
No, it's fine. It's cool. It's cool.
Oh,
Cool.
Eric, you lost your spell.
That what?
Let me just. Yeah, there you go. You're no longer attacking Barrick. So I need to add 6 to the Elder Brain.
much do I need to
20,
take away?
20.
Oh, you need to add 23. All right.
Oops.
Let me
Oops.
do a little quick
nope,
math
nope,
here.
Nope, stop that. That
There
wasn't
we go.
supposed to be for the Elder Brain.
Oh yeah, I love that.
Take that off.
Add
Take
everything
it
to
off.
the Elder Brain. What did you add? Magic resistance? No.
I gave him. I protected him from himself.
He's just-
You should get 23 hit points back, Barrick.
Okay.
yeah,
thank
you should. You also have your. I think your temporary shield was partly up. 'Cause you
No,
said,
he
I
got
think-
hit before.
Yeah, that's right.
Say what?
Or hit. Yeah, just
I was
add your
wondering if
add
there's a-
23 damage back.
I was thinking this was like some sort of sneaky shenanigans, mind control.
I mean, it was. That's how it happened.
All right, and then
Thought you were
last
attacking
attack.
the brain.
Amazing.
Dude, I'm
Right.
pretty sure you did over 100 damage in that turn.
I think I did.
It was a crazy amount.
Ridiculous.
Well, it's my, it has low AC, my Great Weapon Master feat
Mhm.
with 4 attacks. Pretty sick.
So at the end of your swinging madness into this very deep pull at this brain, and it's hitting each time with a sword from out of nowhere, almost behind you. There's a gripping, and a tentacle swings wide, hitting you rather hard within the ribs. You hear a crack, and one of your ribs is surely broken. Go ahead and make. I can make a dexterity check. Yeah, it's a dexterity check.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
You
Actually,
are now grappled.
Wait a second. Let me,
Use your inspiration.
I'm going to use a luck to reroll it.
Mm.
Oh yeah, you also have your inspiration too.
Yeah. See this. Oh, just go.
I believe in you.
Huh. Like the edges of the thing are suddenly not. There we go.
Oh. Even though your rib cracked and there's a deafening weight on you, there's this. Your arms are kind of pinned to your side, and with a you push it back, and the tentacle flips off from you with a. Barrick, you just dive out of the way just in time to not be hit by this tentacle. As it kind of goes right back into the water.
Not today.
Nice. Frederick. Where you at, Frederick? There you are. He is going to 5, 10, 15, 20. He's going to run over and he's going to cast Cure Wounds. Actually, I think I got to look at this. Yeah, Cure Wounds is better. And I think it's a touch. Yeah. He's going to cast Cure Wounds on you at, let's do 2nd level. Dropping some heals. You're going to get that and that. Which I think actually full healed you. Frederick with a I agree, not today. Touches your shoulder and with a breathe of life, you get a rejuvenation within you, and yeah, you feel whole once again. At the end of his turn is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I got one more. I gotta make sure I do this right. Yep.
If
okay.
you're gonna do it right.
Korak, it is. Its tentacle seems to almost snake out of the water and look at you for a moment. There's a echoing within the chamber. This voice not only seems to be in your head, but also, out of the actual experience itself, and in present, says, "I will feast on you first," and it's gonna lash out at you.
Oh.
And with that, now it lashes from the other side. There's another. You feel pretty confident that even though Frederick just healed one rib, you just felt another one snap in its place. Go ahead and make a DC.
Dex.
Yep.
I'll add the. Is that a D8?
Yeah, hers is a D8.
There we go. Add a 6.
Nice. With that same intense feeling that you had, we feel that this will not be the day that you fall down. And you push back its tentacle and it slaps around in the air. And with that, you're no longer grappled. Shit, Korak. Those guys are incapacitated. However. Oh god, I burped. Yeah.
I know what I got. Turn.
Calliope.
Yeah.
As you stand there looking at your friends, there's this evil that you definitely feel was once very much present inside of your mind. There's an immediate weight that seems to hang down on you. Make a charisma saving throw.
Ooh, I bet you're good at those.
Oh wait, I can make you roll it.
Success.
Nice. And as the weight slowly pulls you into despair, there's this light of your friends, and the shows that you've played, and the inspiration that you've given, and with that you push back this weight, and nothing seems to happen. However, Swift Eye, as you're kind of knee deep in this water, there's this, you're kind of standing on a brain. You now sense this essence from around the corner, and out steps from the shadow another individual.
Fuck.
And it didn't make it about that far. And it's gonna do some shit. Oh, nope. Okay, that's better.
Oh, not the cone.
Oh man.
The cone of shame.
And as it walks forward, its tentacles are kind of all around its face. That is just a fun noise to make. And oh yeah, it's gonna hit. It'll be fine. Must make a So where you at? Boom, 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 boom. This may or may not actually work. We're gonna see what happens.
It'll work.
Oh, it did. All right, who actually failed? Who failed that shit?
We all
If
did.
you did.
We all did.
Like everybody.
Barrick has an inspiration if you wanted to use it.
Yeah, I'd like to use it. Sure.
Hey Barrick,
What?
what's your what's your you're immune to charm, fright, possession?
Yep.
I don't think that's actually going to play into place, but just in case. And you added 6 to that?
Yep.
Oh, you succeeded either way. All right,
Okay.
So Frederick, Korak, and Valoran. All right.
Is this a charmed thing?
It is not.
Okay.
From the recesses of your mind, there's this deep screeching sound, and you guys are gonna take a little bit of damage, and the screeching seems to pulsate out, and it's very hard to even concentrate. And each of you take 19 points of psychic damage.
Cool.
And you're all currently stunned for 1 minute. You can make
1
saving throws
minute?
at the end of your turn. Yeah, it's just a minute. It's probably fine.
So many rounds.
But you can make a saving throw at the end of your turn. Let me stun some of you. Here we go. It's probably fine. All right, Calliope. At the end of your turn, go ahead and make a intelligence saving throw.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you succeed. So you kind of shake off the stunned, surprised look on your face, and you now see this new foe that's standing very tall behind the Elder Brain itself.
Does it look like the ones we fought in like the pool room, or does it look different, like more in charge?
It definitely seems to resemble those from the pool room. It doesn't give you any kind of any other insight to it other than that.
Okay.
Swift Eye. You're up. You were not hit by that.
I'll punch it. Punch it so good.
I'm punching everything. Oh, yeah.
Kill it, Swift Eye, kill it.
I'm trying so hard.
Your only hope.
Muramasa punches it in its side. Oh, yeah. Yeah, keep it going.
It's immune.
Mighty fists.
Miramasa again.
The brain itself is now starting to pulsate. Ripples seem to kind of emanate from it. There's slow pulsing purplish blood that seems to be seeping from each of its
And
wounds.
spending another key point to do 2 more hits of the bonus action.
Mm.
Oh,
Ba-ba-boom.
okay.
Squishy.
Or massa.
Just
Ba-ba-ba-boom.
all of
Come
the
on.
fist.
All
Oh,
out.
you even hit with a 6.
Phew.
Good
Mm.
turn.
It was injured. Injured bad.
Punch everything.
Real bad.
It's my turn.
Awesome. The elf is going to. Ba-ba-da-da-ba-ba. Gotta look. Okay, yeah. Fallon, I'm just gonna turn to you and unleash a arrow.
Bring it. So stunned.
Ouch.
Attack rolls against me have advantage. Oh, ow. Fine.
Ouch.
And I'm still concentrating.
I don't know how you're concentrating. The arrow sinks deep into your right shoulder. You can sense and feel it in your mind. Your only focus is on concentrating on your spell.
Cool. Yow. 18 damage. Okay.
Barrick, your turn.
Actually absorbs 6
All
of
right.
that.
I am going to attack the Elder Brain. 2 hands.
Ooh, doubling it down.
Cha!
Mm.
And I'm also going to Divine Smite it. Using a second little spell. So.
Shoot her.
Okay, so I gotta do regular first. Gotcha! And then Divine Smite. It's higher than first, so I do 3d8 additional. No, that's not d8. That's a d8. Kaja! So an additional 6, so 21 damage altogether from that first strike.
Alright, I gotta do a little math. Hold on.
Yep.
This is the sound of me doing math.
Math.
Alright, hold on 2 seconds.
I feel like this is good math. And doing math means good things, right?
I like math.
Math is good.
A lot of numbers.
What exactly does your protection from evil do?
Hold on. Until the spell ends, one willing creature touch has protected against certain types of creatures, aberrations, celestials, elementals, fays, fiends, undead. The protection grants several benefits. Creatures of those types have disadvantage on attack rolls against the target. Target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by them. If the target is already charmed, frightened, or possessed by such a creature, the target has advantage on any new saving throw against their relevant.
Alright, hold on 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if it'll actually roll this properly, so we're going to find out. there is a deep, resounding echoing, and it's this almost screeching and pity, and this torturous voice that reaches out. You all hear it, but Valorant, though, as you start to listen, you realize this voice is also echoing in the chambers, and it says, "Leave me be." And there's a moment where your form kind of shifts ever so slightly, but you are still standing well within its reach, ready for another attack.
And I will attack again. And I will use another Divine Smite at second level.
Divine Smite!
So, first damage, and then an additional. Where'd my dice go? There it is. So 26 damage.
Hey Dane,
Yeah.
how do you want to do this?
All right. Barrick's gonna hold his hammer over his head and say, "This ends now!" And just this beam of light comes from nowhere and makes contact with the end of the hammer as he swings it down and slams it onto the brain. And just a flash of blinding light happens when he makes contact. I'll let you take it from there, Abe.
Nice. And as the flash kind of hits, there's this almost burning sensation that from the hammer impact starts to ripple outwards and almost score and burn the actual brain, and its tentacles are kind of whipping around ferociously, and it's trying to grapple and almost seems to be crying out in pain. And finally, the burning effect seems to reach to the end of its tentacles and kind of hardens in place. And then there's a, and it seems to almost disintegrate on impact. With that, everyone make a perception check.
I am stunned, so are they
Not
at
you,
disadvantage?
though. I guess everyone without. So Barrick, very good. Make a perception check. Oh, and Calliope.
Both die.
Yeah, I'm the only one that's still stunned.
Nice. With that, the monster that seemed to immediately attack you from the shadows, there's a look of panic in its face, and there's a moment, there's a blink and a flash, and then as you open your eyes again, it seems to dissipate completely and is no longer present. Bling. The queen to your left, a woman in very elegant robes, seems to almost fall to her knees, clutching her head. The elves in the back, what did you actually do to them? Did you stun them? You incapacitated them?
They are mesmerized by my hypnotic pattern for the next minute.
Awesome. Nothing happens to them, but the high elf seems to fall to her knees, almost panting and grasping at her head.
Do I get unstunned?
Yes, sorry. The rest of you immediately become unstunned with that. The effect seems to slowly dissipate, and the pool itself seems to stop pulsating with the same energy. The torches that seem to illuminate this area seems to slowly go out, as if snuffed by a candle itself.
Am I aware of this since I was stunned? Like, what? Am I aware in general of what's been going on?
You could definitely sense what was happening, and even though you were stunned, your eyes were still focused.
Sure.
You could see, the immediate vicinity in front of you. You saw the woman drop to her knees. The abomination seemed to vanish from appearance, and the elder brain burn into existence.
Got it. Okay. Well, she was about to stab that lady with a dagger, but so she doesn't. She looks over.
It's not too late.
Is everyone okay? She looks over toward her group.
Barrick's gonna kneel down with his hammer on the ground and say a little prayer to Pelor.
There is a very quiet, almost whispering from to the left of you, Valorant, and it's going to say, I'm not sure. It seems to be coming from the actual woman herself.
Upon hearing that, I'm gonna stand up and turn around to face Valoran and the woman.
There was some alien force here that took over your brain. Hi. I'm Valoran.
She very timidly kind of stands, and as she kind of stands up, there's a familiarity. That's right, that's a word. To her face and her features that you recognize immediately, as this very well could be the Chancellor's sister. And she reaches out her hand with a very ashamed but well-educated features. She says, "I," and she sighs, "was once known as Queen Twilina."
Listen, you're gonna see a lot of dead elves back there, and there is a good explanation for it.
And she goes, "I'm sure I will see a great many things that I wish I will never see again. I thank you, Valoran."
Your sister sent us.
There's an immediate, almost recognition and shame, and there's a tear that you immediately see in her eye. "I have not thought of such pleasant things in over hundreds of years by now. Just darkness."
She worries for you.
Ah,
She was not sure of what evil you would succumb to.
she is gonna slowly walk over to this pool and go, "I am quite not sure what evil did befell me. And she kind of looks around at this now very almost dreary and darkened place and say, "I think it's time to go to my city. If there are still abled elves, we will search the rest of this place. But for now, I need rest." And I think that's a great place to stop.
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Yes, killed a fucking elder brain.
Elder Brain.